Well, Demetres, I mean, obviously it's tough to go 0-5 in these last, few games here, but what are you taking away from this adversity right now?
Really just trying to get better as a team, see how when we get down, how other people could just come to rise and who's just gonna quit, It gets hard out there, but sometimes you just gotta keep going, you gotta keep playing your game.
Talk about how, people, who's gonna show up and who's gonna quit. What does the locker room look like? What does it feel like right now as far as guys not giving up and not quitting on the season?
It's still the same mentality. We're trying to get it done for the seniors. We're trying to win every game possible that we can. Yeah, we might have lost 5 in a row, but it still doesn't change the mentality of how we're trying to go out there and win.
Fran bringing you into this team, what did he tell you when he was recruiting you and wanted you here? And then what does he tell you now? Like, does that message stay the same? And what is that message?
Definitely. He told me I was going to be the best freshman in the country. And he told me he needed me to change the team, in different ways. And I'm trying to find every way possible I could do that.
So what are you seeing in that? He said that he wanted to see you more on the offensive side of the ball. He said you'd be back in the punt return. We got to see you there, and obviously you've been playing defense. What has he been saying to you about the continuation of the evolution of your role because you can play all 3 phases of the game?
He just really wants me to become a leader. We all know I could play offense, I could play defense. Now I'm getting to the punt return game, getting comfortable. This is the first game back with it. But obviously you can see what I could do. But he just wants me to be able to lead everybody, just kind of like get everybody on the same mentality as mine.
He talked about playing, I think at this point, like 18 freshmen, you being one of those freshmen, getting the experience now. People don't always see this, but you go through the adversity so that you can have the positives afterwards. So what have you learned from these first few games that you've had as a true freshman that's going to help you in the future?
There's different type of mistakes that we may make on the field, just communication or just technique issue. But after we get it cleaned up, I feel like I'm getting more comfortable and just being able to see it when it happens, and they'll be like, okay, and then when it happens again, I just learn from it, just get better.
We know that quarterbacks, we're going to test you from the beginning being a true freshman, so knowing that they're going to put you out on that island, just what you've taken away from the competition and the quarterbacks that have thrown your way.
The quarterback's done a good job, she's done a good job, but it is as easy as you see with me being young and everything. I feel like I've held my own pretty good so far in the year. Just got to finish the year out strong, but you definitely will see a better, more development each week as we go into it.
Where do you feel like that development's come in the most? Like, what are those parts of your game that you feel like are really coming together here right now?
I feel like just me keeping my composure, relax when the ball was in the air, just me just working on my technique, just getting better and better each game off of that.
And then as far as, seeing a bunch of different quarterbacks that are out there, where is the leadership coming from? Because typically it comes from a quarterback, but who are you hearing in the locker room besides Fran, like of your fellow student athletes? Who are some of those leaders that are stepping up right now and trying to talk to it with everybody?
I would say the O-line. The O-line and probably some of the safeties in the back end, just trying to continue to push everybody. So the O-line's a little more of the mature group of the team. So they just kind of take that role and say, okay, we got a young quarterback. We know this situation going on with the QB. We just kind of got to step it up for everybody.
Why do you believe in Syracuse? Why do you believe in the future of this program?
Well, we just have a few words past. We just a couple key players or plays, not even players, a couple key plays away from being able to change the game. We make those plays, it's a whole different ballgame.
And Fran said that you guys are having fun in practice. So he said, it's a shame that players are getting judged by one day on a Saturday. So what is practice like from your perspective, and how would you describe kind of the fun you're having despite the adversity?
We're just nonstop competing. From the jump, since I've been here, it's been like that the whole time. And I think it's going to continue to be like that. We just got to find a way to execute and just keep it on momentum in the right direction.
What is your favorite part of representing the S, the Block S? Yeah.
Probably just be able to play for it, Not many people get the opportunity, they don't know the tradition here. So I'll probably say just be able to play for them.
And then finally, just what you want to say to the fan base with 3 games to go.
We'll finish the season out. Don't give up on us, guys. You never know what can happen,